So, what's your statute of limitations on your lawsuit? That's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm Mike Bersani of the law offices of Michaels and Smolak, your Central New York personal injury lawyers. Now, the quick answer to that question is, it depends. Let me explain. It depends on really a few things. One is, it depends on who you are. It depends on who the defendant is. 3, it depends on what kind of case it is. Those are the main things. Let me talk about those. First of all, generally, if you're suing for negligence in New York State, your statute of limitations is going to be 3 years. Under New York State, it's 3 years from the date you were injured, or the date the negligence occurred that caused your injury. That's when your statute starts. It's 3 years long. If it's a medical malpractice case, that's a different type of case. In New York, that's 2.5 years. Could be longer, depending on whether treatment continued after the malpractice occurred. So there's something called a tolling provision that might apply. That's a different story. I'll talk about that on another tape. But secondly, what about you? Who are you? If you are an adult and you're competent and you're able to file a lawsuit and you don't, your statute's going to be generally 3 years, as I said before. But if you are a child, in New York State we call that an infant. Anyone under 18 is an infant. Your statute of limitations doesn't even start to run until you're 18. Once you're 18, the 3 years generally starts to run, so your statute will be when you're 21. So if your child is injured and she's only 5 years old, no statute starts even running until she's 18, and then she's got 3 years generally. So it depends on who you are. Third, depends on who the defendant is. Generally, if it's a private defendant, like I said before, 3 years generally, 2.5 years if you're suing a doctor or a hospital. But if it's a municipality, a governmental entity, the statute can be shorter. If you're suing the state of New York, generally, your limitation is 2 years. If you're suing a city, town, county, school district, a municipality, your statute of limitations is going to be 1 year and 90 days only. Not only that, when you're suing the state or one of these other governmental entities, there's certain requirements of putting them on notice of your claim within usually 90 days. It's called a notice of claim or a notice of intention to file a claim. You can't miss that without possibly jeopardizing your case. Bottom line, statutes of limitations, you can't just pull that out of a box. You got to think about it. You have to have a lawyer who's competent in personal injury law, think about it, analyze it, and then give you the statute of limitations and make sure you file before then, because otherwise your case can be barred. Mike Bersani of the law office of Michaels and Smolak, thanks for listening. Don't forget to call us for a free consultation. Thank you.